Imagine waking up tomorrow with zero procrastination. Your task is done effortlessly. Your goals are within reach. Would be nice.
Must be nice.
Procrastination is my superpower. At least it used to be. Then I started reading these books. These are the top selling self-help books that I've read in the past year and that have helped me be the person that I am today. Hi, I'm Ankit, a nursing student. I started nursing last year, and ever since I started diving more into this brainy stuff, I've become more and more intrigued by the brain, and I've started diving deep into how to make the most out of your brain. I feel like procrastination is a covert mastermind, or not openly acknowledged, but it's systematically it's robbing you of your true potential. We never know. Maybe sometime. But usually we don't know we're procrastinating, right? And today we're flipping the script by harnessing some mind-blowing insights from some of the most influential self-help books in the world. And I put this as if I was the author, so it's easier for us to understand instead of like a writer point of view. Today we're talking about in like a personal point of view. We're talking atomic habits, deep work, power of habits, mindset, tiny habits, essentialism, and the 7 habits of highly effective people. 7 books, 7 actionable tips. Let's dive in. Tip number 1. Design your identity from the atomic habits. Instead of focusing solely on goals, atomic habits reveals the power of aligning your habits with your desired identity. James Clear argues that true behavior change is an identity change. Want to stop procrastinating? Then become someone, or try to be someone who finishes what they said they will, or who finishes what they started. And this is about embodying the abilities of a productive individual rather than just chasing the outcome. Here's the mind-blowing part. When your habits become a part of who you believe you are, they become self-reinforcing. That's what happened to me. What do I mean by that? Don't just try to do productive things. Become a productive person. One example. Instead of just trying to write more, just become a writer, or start identifying yourself as a writer. Tip number 2. Use temptation bundling from tiny habits. BJ Fogg's tiny habits goes beyond simple habit stacking and introduces temptation bundling, a strategy for pairing something you want to do with something you need to do. And this is not just about linking two habits to random habits. It's about leveraging instant gratification that our brain desires to fuel long-term productivity. Want to stop procrastination on work? Watch an episode of your favorite show.
No! God, please, no!
While you work, with boundaries, of course. And what I mean by this is make the work more enticing by linking it with something you love. Like something that I do regularly is I only allow myself to check social media while I'm brainstorming new video ideas or new writing that I want to write. I've been trying to be a proactive writer, so it helps a little bit. Create implementation intentions inspired by the power of habit. Charles Duhigg, The Power of Habit, delves into the intricacies of habit formation, but a particularly powerful concept for procrastination is the implementation intention. This involves pre-planning when, where, and how you'll take action on a specific task. Instead of vaguely saying, I'll work on this later, specify, I will work on this project at 2 p.m. or 4 p.m. or in the night. And what do I mean by this is don't just set goals. Create a specific plan for how and when will you achieve this goal. I used to struggle at this. There used to be countless things that used to be in my I'll do this later, and I never did it. I used to procrastinate on everything that I said I will do later until I started scheduling or writing down specific time slots or time blocks. I will do this at this hour, or I will finish this task by this time. Because we're all busy, right? So it's hard to find a time, but try to be as specific as you can when you do this. Like for me is doing my assignments, doing a YouTube script like this. Every time I put a certain time limit for certain tasks, I do that very quick, and I usually finish before the time. If I don't, I put another time slot, whatever rings my bells. Tip number 4: embrace monastic scheduling by deep work. Cal Newport's Deep Work introduces several strategies for cultivating focus, but the monastic approach was particularly intriguing for me as it was pretty new to me. That's why it felt like something clicked. This involves ruthlessly, and I mean ruthlessly, eliminating distractions and non-essential tasks to create long-term of deep work sessions or long uninterrupted deep work. And Newport argues that even a few hours of deep work is far better than days of shallow work or distracted effort. In simple terms, cut yourself from the world when you're doing something to get serious work done. If you can, try to block a day of the week. Usually I don't have the time to do that, so usually I try to block an hour or time slot in a day where I don't check my phones, I turn it off, throw it in the other room, put it on the sofa, whatever works the best for you, do it. And in this hour, you should be focused on your deep, most important work that you need to do. Tip number 5: challenging your limiting beliefs by mindset. Carol Dweck's mindset goes beyond just simply adopting a growth mindset. It also emphasizes the importance of challenging your limiting beliefs about your capabilities. Procrastination is often rooted in the belief that you're not capable of doing the work, like you're not smart enough or that you will fail eventually. Dweck's research shows that actively challenging these limiting beliefs can unlock a hidden potential in you and fuel a willingness to take on more challenges. In simple terms, question the negative thoughts that hold you back. Instead of I can't do it, think why can't I do it? It's a simple trick, but it works like a charm. Like for me, I used to believe I don't know how to talk, but as soon as I started this YouTube channel, I've been yapping and yapping for hours. This thing of I can't do this certain task is only in your head until you do it. You need to do it first, and then you will learn it how to do it. Like right now, I have to stop myself from talking more. And before I used to think, oh, I can't talk, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. It's too embarrassing. Like, no one cares. It's okay. Tip number 6. Another great tip from another great, like one of my favorite self-help books is Identify Your Vital Few, inspired by Essentialism. Essentialism is about more than just saying no. It's about ruthlessly identifying the few activities that produce the greatest results, your vital few, and focusing on these exclusively. Procrastination often stems from feeling overwhelmed, at least for me, by too many choices. And that's why McKeown talks about the vital few. By identifying your most important tasks, you eliminate those distracting tasks. You also eliminate decision fatigue and focus on what truly matters to you. And what do I mean by that is focus on the tasks that give the biggest bang for your buck. For me, I've realized that spending more time on script, making it better, is more important than putting extra effort on the editing or post-processing. It's important, but it's not as important as making a good content. So try to, like this, you can minimize the work you need to do and the important work you need to do. Tip number 7. My tip from this book is simple. Put first things first, from the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This is much more than just prioritizing. Covey makes the distinction that putting first things first doesn't mean you do the things that's more urgent. You do the things that's more important, because urgent doesn't always mean it's important. So you have to decide which one is urgent and which one is the important task. Many people, including me, used to procrastinate on important tasks because they're not urgent. But after reading the book, I realized that effective people focus on important tasks first, and even if something is urgent, they wouldn't do it unless it's really important. So decide your important to your urgent. So whenever you are deciding on your day or deciding what you need to do, make a list, like a to-do list of important and urgent, and see which one should be done first, because some urgent might be important as well. So you have to decide your own tasks. You just can't do like a vague research into urgent or important. Decide for yourself. Don't go into decision fatigue, but decide for yourself. And I derived some questions from the book.
Write that down, write that down!
That constantly try to make us better. First, what identity shift could help you from procrastination? And this is from the Atomic Habits. The second one, what enjoyable activity can you link with a task you are currently procrastinating on from Tiny Habits? Third one, how can you create a detailed plan to ensure you will tackle your most challenging task? And this is from The Power of Habit. The fourth one, how can you create a dedicated space and time for deep focused work from the book Deep Work? The fifth one, what limiting beliefs are fueling your procrastination from the book Mindset? Question number 6, and this goes into the 80-20 rule, one of the most famous self-help rule. What are the 20% of the tasks that produce 80% of your results from the book Essentialism? And last but not the least, question number 7, how can you schedule your day tomorrow so that you're completing the tasks that are important but not urgent from the book The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People? There was a time when procrastination was my constant companion. I was watching countless YouTube videos on how to start, how to talk, what to do. You will never learn anything unless you do it yourself. So stop procrastinating. I still remember missing deadlines, missing my assignments, never completing any task. These things stack up and take a part in your brain. It starts eating your brain constantly, and you're fueled with negative thoughts. You don't have any energy to do anything. You feel like there is no cure. You are stuck in this. But after I started focusing on myself more, I started reading books. I constantly teach myself. I'm always on the path of learning. I always try to learn something new every day, every single day, at least one thing. What I think of now is, how can I be 1% better tomorrow than today? It's not a huge leap, but over time it compounds. And I gradually reclaim the control over my life. And I've started this, and I'm very grateful. Every day I wake up, the first thing I do is I thank God. I say a few lines that I've written. Maybe it's a topic for another video, but I do these things to be better, even if it's 1% or 0.1% better every day, because over time it compounds. As I said earlier, these insights aren't just theoretical, they are actionable steps that can transform your journey in your life. If this was helpful, you found it helpful, I'm grateful for it. Hit the like button, subscribe, and be a part of my journey. I will try to teach you something new every single time. Not every day, I can't do it every day, but every single time I post a video, I'll try to teach something new. I'm trying to teach myself how to be better, try to be someone like whom can be looked upon to, like a role model. I'm loving doing this. And if you want to learn more, go watch this video. In this video, I dive deeper into the neurochemicals that goes into our brain when we're focusing and while we're distracted. You will learn a lot more. Incorporate these two in your own lifestyle, and let's be a better person every day. 1%. It's all that matters. Let it compound, and stay curious, keep questioning, and I'll catch you on the next video.